I'm Jason UFC, and today we have a story about Joe Rogan takes aim at both Sean Strickland and content creator Sneako over their recent sparring footage. Joe Rogan does not understand why Sean Strickland went so hard on Sneako and why the streamer agreed to spar Sean Strickland in the first place. While Sean Strickland has earned quite the popularity and attention ever since his upset victory over Israel Adesanya for the UFC middleweight title last September, Sean Strickland has had a few run-ins as of late, quite a few run-ins as of late. It's becoming clear that Sean Strickland is not a fan of content creators, influencers, and it really showed last week during a sparring session with Sneako. Okay, so let's just get to the article, right? Let's get straight to it. UFC commentator Joe Rogan reviews the footage of their sparring session on a recent edition of the Joe Rogan Experience and questioned why Sneako would do such a dumb thing as agreeing to spar Sean Strickland. This is what Joe Rogan says. First of all, Sneako's so silly for agreeing to do that with Sean Strickland, Joe Rogan says. If you agree to do that with Israel Adesanya will take care of you. Israel Adesanya will pop you a bit and let you know that you are helpless, but he won't mess you up. He will smile and laugh and hug you afterwards. Oh no. Sean Strickland, a different animal. That's a fact. He's got this man code and he believes it. You got to get your, let's say, head kicked in every now and then. Sean Strickland spars all the time, spars consistently. And if you agree to get in there with Sean Strickland, you are essentially agreeing to let him beat you up. Let me see. Joe Rogan also criticized Sean Strickland, stating that beating up someone who does not have the size or fighting experience that Sean Strickland has is, quote, not a good look. This is what Joe Rogan says. Sean Strickland beat the mess out of that guy, Sneako, Joe Rogan says. I just don't know why he wanted to do that. It's easy for him to beat that guy, Sneako, up. Is that the end of the article here? Okay, yep, that's the end of the article. Now, I just want to preface this by saying I am a MMA casual, so I don't follow everything here. You can see the video right here, the segment. Obviously, I can't play any audio or play any images of this, but it will be in the description section. But coming from an MMA casual, I just want to throw a few things out there. During this segment, Joe Rogan also mentions that that's not mentioned in this article, that Sean Strickland, he is very famous and known for, sparring really stiff, but we all have seen this footage of Sean Strickland sparring Alex Pereira, and he did not have that same energy that he had for Sneako, right? Like, obviously, Pereira in a fight with Sean Strickland knocked out Sean Strickland in the first round. I believe it was a left hook. So, Sean Strickland, after that fight, he wanted to become a better fighter, and he went to train with Alex Pereira, right? But the part that I kind of disagree with Joe Rogan on in this segment, Sneako is a content creator, so to me that's the only reason why he's doing it. He's doing it for content, right? I think there was photos of him sparring Nate Diaz. Like I said, I'm a casual, so I can't remember that. I don't know if there's, I know I saw a photo of them, Nate Diaz and Sneako sparring together. And also the other part I want to mention is that as far as like these Sean Strickland being a stiff sparring guy, I think there's also another video recently of another content creator sparring with Alex Pereira, and his face is all bloodied up, and I think that video, the title of the video is literally, quote, getting CTE from Alex Pereira. So Sean Strickland isn't, I find it weird. He's getting so much blowback for this sparring session, and Alex Pereira, everybody's just, silent on what Alex Pereira did to, another content creators. To me, if you're going to go and spar with a MMA fighter, a UFC fighter, you gotta expect to get beat up, right? Like, that's what's gonna happen. I think Sneako, corner did throw in the towel. Sean Strickland kept throwing punches. He was really beating him up pretty bad. And then I think there was like a referee. Somehow some referee jumped into the ring during a sparring session and finally stopped Sean Strickland. I don't know, like, did they have a personal beef? Because it did look like it wasn't like a sparring session. Sparring session, I throw a few punches, you throw a few punches. There are sparring sessions where, you're training with an MMA fighter and you're trying to try to get in fight shape. But if you're sparring like a content creator, I'm a little bit surprised that some of these UFC fighters go so hard. Israel Adesanya, obviously, famous photos with him and Mark Zuckerberg. I'm pretty sure he's not going that, Israel Adesanya is not going that deep, into a hardcore sparring session with Mark Zuckerberg like that. But Sean Strickland, he is a different animal, right? Alex Pereira, he's a different animal. There's a lot of UFC fighters who, they spar pretty stiff, right? Like they're a hard sparring session that you probably, even if you are a content creator, it's not a great idea to get in the octagon and spar with them. There's other UFC fighters like Israel Adesanya, maybe even someone like Nate Diaz, who they're gonna spar you, but they're not trying to bloody your nose. But let me know your opinion of this story. I just want to say, I know Sean Strickland is getting a lot of heat for this, but like I said, Alex Pereira, the same situation, and someone put a video out saying getting CTE from Alex Pereira, and Alex Pereira wasn't as hardcore as Sean Strickland, but the kid's nose is all bloodied up. He beat him up pretty badly, but everybody's jumping on Sean Strickland and no one's saying anything about Alex Pereira. I just think it happens in a sparring session. If you get into the octagon with some UFC fighters, they're gonna take it to not 100%, but they may take it to like 50% and let like, listen, I could really take you out. There's other UFC fighters who really, you're not gonna, they're gonna be a little bit more defensive and show that you can't even touch them, right? You're not gonna even be able to touch them, and obviously if you did touch them, you're not gonna be able to hurt them, and they really just spar, just to have some fun. But let me know your opinion of this story. Do you agree with Joe Rogan that Sean Strickland went a little too hard in this sparring session with content creator Sneako? I'm an MMA casual. I don't know who Sneako is. Is this his first sparring session, or is he just a content creator who, has done many sparring sessions? Like I said, I saw him in a photo with Nate Diaz. So he's trying to do some things with MMA. But let me know your opinion of this story. I'm an MMA casual, so what the hell do I know? I'm Jason, UFC. Today we had a story about Joe Rogan takes aim at both Sean Strickland and content creator Sneako over their recent sparring video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the $1 donation button, and please tune in to the next video on this channel. Thanks a million for watching.